Okay, here's the trial exam, running through it so you can follow through what we've done in class and catch it up at home if you need to. So the first question is a one that looks like index numbers, and it's got a table that you've got to fill out. So basically you'll see that you've got to times these numbers here by the shares in 2008. So it's the number of shares times by that. So it's 500 times $8.85, which gives you $44.25 all the way down. For a bit of a check, you can add them up and they should equal 8,493. So that gives you 1 mark. So it's a very routine question. The next bit is when we come down to the percentage change. So we're looking at percentage change, which remember is new take old over old from 2008 to from 2000 to 2008, and we're looking for the change in the All Ordinaries Index, and then we'll look at the other ones as well. So we've got the All Ordinaries Index, which is this one here. So that's our old price, and this is our new price. So 3363.3, take away the original price, times by 100, remembering to do this top line here first. Do that bit first, because otherwise you'll end up in a bit of a pickle, and you get 3.32%. Same for the CPI, you grab the CPI price. Oops, I've lost it. It's coming back. The CPI price for that first year, and that's 136.6, take 126.6 and gives you 7.9. So this is showing us that the inflation rate is 7.9 and the share market has gone up by 3.2%. Now we've got to look at what happens to hers. Now her price has gone up from 7887 to 8493. So it's actually gone up, and we do the same new take old over old, and we get 7.7%. So her portfolio has gone up 7.7. The inflation rate 7.9, and the share market is gone up a total of 3.2. Now the next bit, which is your interpretation question, says, oops, I've lost it. Says that how much has hers gone up by, and compare it with inflation. So hers has gone up 7.7, which means that it's outperformed the market, the share market, so that's really cool, but hasn't kept up with inflation. So what's really happened here is that her shares haven't kept up with inflation, so she's actually lost out, because inflation's 7.9 and her stuff is 7.7. So she's actually out by 0.2%. Okay, the next question is reading information off a share table. Once again, it starts with routine questions and then goes to some more complex questions. How many Caltex shares were traded on the day? So we are looking at this price, this number in here, and remember that's times by 100, so it's got 2 more zeros to it. So that's how many shares are traded on that day. If you wanted to buy some shares in Qantas, what would you have to offer? Now, this is the buying price and this is the selling price. So what it means is people are wanting to sell them at $5.61, but people are only offering $5.60. So if you want them, you have to offer $5.61 or higher. Okay? So once again, it's a fairly routine question. The next one is looking at calculating the price to sell them at. Now we're back. How many buying 800 CMI shares at the closing price with a 2% brokerage in GST? So once again, this is kind of one of the routine questions. So it's 800 times by $1.41, because $1.41 is the price that they are selling at. So times them out, and then at the end we add. So then it goes 1,128 times 2%, which gives you $22.56, and 10% of that is $2.26, and we add up as we go along. So that is how much it would cost us to buy those shares. Okay, so it's bigger than the consideration. find the break-even price of these shares. So what you do is you're grabbing the fees from the question above, which is $20.56 for the brokerage, plus $2.26 for the GST, plus you add the total cost that it costs to buy them. Now you add them together and you divide by the number of shares that you have, and it means that they have to be sold for $1.48. The reason for that is that you have to increase your fees and charges because you buy them a second, or you're selling them a second time, so therefore you have to have them included in that break-even price. You then need to kind of use this to calculate. So you're sticking $1.48 there, work out all the calculations and come to an answer. Remembering when you do this, you need to subtract. So it's 1184, take 2326, take 237, so it gives you 1157.95. So this is what you get when you sell them, and you've got to compare it to how much you paid to buy them, which is 1,152, so you have broken even. Okay, if you are under and did $1.47, you'd be out by a little bit, and all you'd need to do would be to add a cent to make it $1.48. But you need to actually tell me what the break-even price is at the end and indicate that so the person marking it can find that break-even price. Okay, the next question is, you've got the opportunity to buy either BHP or Caltex. Use information from the table to discuss what's going on and whether you would buy them. Now if you have a look, you want to have a look how close they are to the year high. Now BHP is pretty close up there. The close move of BHP means that it's moving up, which shows that they're actually getting a bit stronger, and there's lots of trades happening, so people are buying and selling, so maybe this is an indicator that's a good thing to get into. Okay, so there's 3 points, but you need to make 2 clear points from the information.